Good evening and welcome to IB News. I'm Rafael Landeta and these are today's headlines.
UNAM opens the international business career. Red Sox win the MLB World Series. Mexico's Grand Prix crown a new champion. Problems on Mexico's stock market. And Donald Trump is on the spotlight again.
The National Autonomous University of Mexico has just opened a new career. Our reporter Jose Luis Lascano has all the information.
Thank you, Rafa. Everything has a new beginning, and in the Accounting and Administration School is no exception. This school has a big variety of degree courses where you are invited, and the last year our university created a new one.
We are sure that the creation of international business that took place at the National Autonomous University of Mexico will help the next generations to present business models for the whole community, using resources of technology, math, administration, and economy to understand how money moves around the world, with the purpose of creating professionals with a global vision, able to generate creative solutions to the operational needs of companies that participate in the world market, and promote the achievement of goals in public organizations.
It is a pleasure to have the Principal of International Business, Rosa Marta Barona Peña, as well as Israel Vladimir Villa Garcia, who is currently the coordinator, send a greeting to the coming generations and talk on how has been the progress of the first two generations of international business.
Dear students, I would like to take advantage of this opportunity to remind you how lucky you are to be students of the great University of Latin America and one of the most important of the world, particularly to be members of this great community, the Faculty of Accounting and Administration. An academic institution will lead the best business faculty of our American continent through the Latin American Association of Faculties and Schools of Accounting and Management, ALAFEC. May I remind you that to accomplish such as membership, you were selected among more than 600 applicants. Therefore, now you don't only may enjoy the benefits that this faculty offers to you, but you have the chance to take advantage of curriculum carefully designed to foster strategic learning, a curriculum which promotes integration of theory and practice, and which is oriented to developing critical thinking. But most important, you may profit of being trained by a group of talented teachers, which just like you, were also professionally selected. Your constant effort along your study will allow you to understand the difference among countries in such matters as their culture, political, and economic system, and legal environment.
My name is Vladimir Villa. I'm an international business affairs coordinator in this fabulous project, and I'm here to talk to you about our two generations of students who are currently studying international business. Well, what I can tell you about these guys, they are fabulous. They are so enthusiastic guys. They have too much compromise with what they're doing. And I consider them more like challenger contenders because they are always ready to face what they have to. And well, maybe, I don't know, we have to consider the environment and the social aspects, and very compromised students with the university and with this important project for our faculty. And remember, if you want to have the best, you have to be the best. And of course, if you want to be part of this fabulous project, we will waiting for you here. Thank you very much.
Reporting to International Business News, Jose Luis Lascano Serrano.
Those are some great news for UNAM students. And now moving on, we have a new champion in the King of Sports. And also, the UEFA Champions League has some interesting matches this weekend. Juan and Emilio have all the information.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your favorite sports section in the world. My name is Emilio Aguirre.
I'm Juan Alfaro, and we're going to present you the hottest sports news of the week.
The first news, the impressive win of the Red Sox against Dodgers, 4-1, when they proclaimed champions of the World Series.
We have the fourth round of the UEFA Champions League. highlighting the draw between Barcelona versus Inter and Napoli versus PSG. Also, the defeat of Borussia Dortmund against Atletico, and the loss of PSV, where the Mexicans Lozano and Gutierrez couldn't win against Tottenham.
It was also the Mexico GP where Max Verstappen won this race for the second year in a row, and Lewis Hamilton proclaimed champions of the Mexico GP and the Formula One for the fifth year in a row.
We had the week number 8 of the NFL highlighting the draw between New England versus Green Bay, where Tom Brady showed us why he's the best quarterback in history. The bad streak of the Raiders and the 49ers continues, and Seahawks and Pittsburgh won again.
Well, that's all for today's week. Thank you for being here with us. We'll see you on the next week, obviously on IB News. We return to you, Rafa.
Thank you guys, a marvelous work as always. And now, Vita and Watson have the most important information in the economic scheme of things. Let's take a look.
Thank you very much, Rafa. I'm Sebastian Watson.
And I am Jorge Vite.
And speaking in economic issues, the Mexican Stock Exchange extended its run of losses due to the plan of the Congress to cut the fees of the banks.
The Mexican Stock Exchange extended last Friday its forerun to decline more than 2%, after collapsing on the eve more than 5% in its worst setback in 7 years, following the initiative of Morena in the Senate that seeks to prohibit more of a dozen banking commissions. Around noon, the price and quotation index lost 2.63% to 43,032 units. Earlier, it fell around 3% and was below the 43,000 points. The shares of financial groups such as Banorte and Gentera also continued with losses and fall back 8.30% and 6.77% respectively, according to data from the BMV. Inbursa recovers slightly and advances 0.51%.
Now, Vite, tell me what's going on in international matters.
Okay, Watson. On international issues, the international leaders invited to the summit of the Group of 20 to be held in Argentina at the end of November will arrive in a country marked in an economic crisis that combines recession, devaluation, inflation, and price poverty.
The stage was unthinkable a year ago, when the president of Argentina, Mauricio Macri, assumed the presidency of the G20 that make up the developed and emerging countries. At the time, Macri was still working in his attempt to reposition the South American country on the global stage, so it was a success that obtained the headquarters of the G20 summit, which will be held for first time in South America.
Thank you guys for your amazing work. We'll keep an eye on that G20 information, so stay tuned to IB News. And now, let's take a look at what's happening outside the country. We have Gisela and Daniela in the scene.
Hello, I'm Daniela Mondragon.
And I am Giselle Peñalosa.
And here's some breaking news.
Now, the Donald Trump administration is planning to reinstate all Iran sanctions. As you know, the nuclear deal from 2015 put Iran limits. Stop nuclear activities in exchange for sanction relief.
Barack Obama, the United States president at the time, had argued how the deal would prevent Iran from developing nuclear arms. The United Kingdom, France, Germany, Russia, and China will also participate to this 2015 accord and have stuck to it, saying Iran is complying. But the President Donald Trump began reinstating sanctions on Iran in May and describing it as defective at its core because it hadn't stopped Iran developing a ballistic missile program and intervening in neighboring countries.
President Trump tweeted after Biden's announcement sanctions are coming, referring to the famous TV program Donald Trump's and its motto, "Winter is coming." The US has been gradually reimposing actions, but analysts say that this move is the most important because it affects the core sector of Iran's economy.
The United States sanctions will cover shipping, shipbuilding, finance, and energy. The sanctions will also include major banks and oil exporters.
U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo didn't name the 8 countries that had been granted waivers to continue importing Iranian oil. Foreign Ministry spokesman Bahram Qasemi told State TV that Iran had the knowledge and the capability to manage the country's economic affairs. He said there was no possibility that the U.S. will attain its political goals through such sanctions.
In a joint statement, the foreign ministers of the United Kingdom, France, and Germany, and the European Union Foreign Affairs Chief Federica Mogherini said they deeply regretted the United States' decision to restore sanctions. Well, we return with you, Rafa.
Thank you, girls. It's clear that we'll be hearing from Donald Trump until the end of his administration. And if winter is coming, in fact, Paulina with the weather forecast.
Thank you, Rafa. The current conditions oscillate between 2 Celsius degrees and 36 degrees in Fahrenheit scale. Today the temperature will reach 8 Celsius degrees and the minimum we expect will descend until 0 Celsius degrees. The sky is cloudy and the winds runs moderate between 10 and 12 kilometers per hour. The humidity is high from 87%. A cold front is expected this season. Tomorrow we expect a cloudiness increase. Now the forecast for the next 3 days. Tomorrow the sky will be mostly clear. The maximum temperature will be 13 Celsius degrees and the minimum will be -1 Celsius degree. Friday we will start the weekend with high cloudiness and 10% chance of precipitation. 14 degrees as maximum temperature and 1 degree as minimum. The winds will be about 6 to 8 kilometers per hour. And for Saturday, the maximum 17 and maximum 2 degrees, with winds of 14 to 16 kilometers per hour. Up to here my forecast. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, Pau. There's been quite some movement in the international stock market. Our specialist Elizabeth tells us what's happening.
Hi, today in IB News we're talking about Apple Incorporations, whose market value fell around 6% on Friday, cutting it back to less than $1 trillion, and put Amazon and Microsoft corporations back in the mix in the race among the United States big tech players to be the world's most valuable company.
The Cupertino, California-based company blamed weakness in emerging markets and foreign exchange costs for a disappointing forecast for sales in the run-up to Christmas that are crucial to results for consumer electronic producers. The move announced on Thursday to stop reporting unit sales data for iPhones, iPad, and Mac computer products was widely criticized, with some arguing it meant Apple expects sales of iPhones have now peaked. Raymond James, analyst, said, "While the company believes units are a less relevant metric, we strongly disagree, particularly because we believe iPhone's unit will begin to decline as a result of a higher average selling prices."
That's all for today. I'm Rafael Landeta, this was IB News. See you tomorrow.